My must-see TV show was probably Saved by the Bell, and Zach was definitely the first boy that I wanted to marry, followed closely by Daniel Radcliffe from Harry Potter. I used to watch Grease every single night before I went to sleep. I used to watch Dirty Dancing when I was a child. I don't know if that should be allowed really. Last year I was at a premiere and Stevie Nicks turned up, and I didn't get to meet her, but I saw her on the screen and I almost had a heart attack, but I was very excited about that and I'm shaking now even thinking about it. I don't want Dumbledore to die. I don't want him to die. I was very upset about that. And the fact that Harry Potter ended was a bit of a stab in the heart, and I don't think I'll ever fully recover from that. Be the B-52's Love Shack, because you have to do it in a group, you can't do it on your own. It's too complicated, it gets too messy, and I don't like doing karaoke on my own, so I always drag a bunch of people up. Daisy is the kind of girl that appears a certain way to everyone she meets, and is actually not like that at all. She's a bit of a bitch, to be honest, when you meet her at first. You know, you always want the author of the book that you're adapting to be happy with you and not be, you know, not going to look at you and think, oh, they picked you, you know. I'd be more unsure after I do something or before I do something, but when I'm in the middle of doing it, everything seems, you know, if it's going well and it's not terrible or anything, it all seems very kind of clear, and when you know what you want to do and you know what the director wants and you feel like you're really bringing that out of yourself, that's really, really great, you know. So well, I'm glad you think that. I hope, yeah, I think when I'm actually working, when I'm actively working in a scene, I feel that way, but then afterwards I think, oh god, that was actually probably terrible and I was probably really awful in that, so it changes, but I think a lot of actors are like that, you know.
Let's do this then. It's time for pie tennis. Pie tennis! Should just say whoever loses has to hand over their Twitter to the other person.
That's a big ask, I have to say.
Yeah, you can tweet.
I haven't been tweeting a lot though.
Really?
No.
Well, do you know what? Things are about to change, hopefully.
Things are going to get interesting here, I think.
All right then, I am serving first, and the mystery category is
things that have buttons. For example, a cardigan.
It really annoys me when he gives an example.
I don't think we should have an example because we could have used cardigan.
I'm going to use it.
Can we use it?
I'm about to. Cardigan.
Jacket.
Jeans.
Oh, that's what I was going to do. Bag.
Corduroy trousers.
Purse.
Satchel.
Computer.
A mobile phone.
Oh god, hats. Some hats have them.
Yeah, they do.
They do.
A pager.
A mouse technically has one.
Mm-hmm. A fax machine.
Oh my god.
Balls! And time's up. Time's up. I had a corded telephone in the bank ready to go.
Buttons, that's actually a tough one.
That's
and
really
it's a bit vague because you don't know if it's buttons on clothes or electronic buttons.
I mean, your example was not very good.
Yeah.
It's how you interpret.
If it had been an electronic cardigan, that would have covered all bases. You didn't go for it, did you? That is one game to me.
Really? How many did you get?
Well, no, you just faltered out because you couldn't do it. It's we keep going until someone fails.
All right.
In which case, Saoirse, it was you. Right, let's move on to the next category. You're serving on this one.
Am I serving on
And
this
it's in your interest to win it because otherwise I'll tweet something from your account.
Types of sauces.
Types of sauces.
Nice.
I'm going to fail at this.
Ketchup.
Mustard.
Oh god. Chili sauce.
Brown sauce.
Barbecue sauce.
Mayonnaise.
Oh god. Guacamole kind of counts, I guess.
A chocolate sauce.
Do they have like a wasabi kind of sauce? That
Probably.
counts.
A strawberry sauce, put on ice cream.
Yeah. Soy sauce.
False! Ah!
Yeah,
have sauce on anything.
Brilliant.
Hate sauces.
That's great.
Not even
I'm
into
so
a
glad you hate
gravy.
sauces.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, gravy would have been a good one.
Yeah. Is that a sauce?
Yeah.
That's a kind of a sauce, isn't it? Yeah. Never have sauce with anything. I like my food really dry and brittle. Which means that we've got a third and final category to play. Whoever wins it will be tweeting from the other person's account. We'll be doing that after this. Right then, it's time for the third and final round of pie tennis. Saoirse, Ronan, how are you feeling? Confident?
I feel confident. I feel very much the woman in charge at the moment. I'm calm, I'm collected. It's going well for me, I think, Matt.
Okay, well, let's get in.
I think I could do it.
You reckon so?
I think I could pull an Andy Murray on this one.
You talk a big game. When you wrapped on the movie How I Live Now, did you ultimately hope that it would take you to a point where you were playing this game on the radio? Is that's why you went on and did that movie, right?
That's why I did the movie in the first place.
Okay, that's understandable. Let's find out then what our final category is. Pie tennis! Okay, I'm not going to lose this one. I've had such a bad losing streak recently.
Excited.
Okay, I'm serving first, and the category is this.
Abbreviations you might put in a text. For example, LOL.
LOL. I've never heard someone say LOL so down, Ahmed.
LOL.
LOL. I'm laughing out loud. All right, here we go then.
Crying inside.
Here we go then. This is going to be awful. OMG.
WTF.
L8R.
LOL, because we haven't used that one.
LMFAO.
TTYL.
2, the number 2, and then night, NICE.
ROFL.
Rufflecopter.
What?
It's a thing.
PMSL. Oh my god.
No.
See, that's a much better category.
I'm a stickler for always writing properly in a text message. And it's come back to bite me.
No. Are you one of those people that puts in paragraphs in your text?
Yeah.
I've started
I
to
never
do that.
use text speak. I've never used it.
I use a bit of ha-ha every now and again, but apart from that, I hate using
I'll use a ha-ha-ha-ha-ha-ha.
Yeah, if something's really funny.
I'll never use a lot. I'll sometimes use an ironic all caps lols with a Z. Mm-hmm. But I could have had that. But I will never knowingly lol at someone.
Well, I think you should be proud of that. I think even though you lost today to a girl, I think you can be proud of the fact at least that you haven't gotten with the times.
Oh dear.
You text like an old man.
It's Radio 1, isn't it? That's the thing. Like, we're meant to be like you. I'm meant to be a voice. No, I'm not texting. I'm about to load up my Twitter because you get to tweet from my account now.
Brilliant. For how long?
What do you mean for how long? You get one tweet and it's up there forever.
One tweet.
Right, I lost pie tennis. Saoirse, what have you written on my Twitter?
I'm going to wear this pink wristband to bed tonight.
Okay, that's going up online now. Don't worry if you don't follow me. We're going to retweet it from the BBC Radio 1 account so you can find it there. Saoirse Ronan, thank you very much for coming in. Good luck with the movie How I Live Now. I hope it does well because I really enjoyed it.
I'm glad you liked it.
Have you got a way that you traditionally would like to end an interview?
Sayonara, Matt.
Sayonara.
Talk to you later. TTYL.
Whatever.
TTYL. WTF.
Webs.
Ridiculous. It's stupid is what it is. It's like, I mean, Tilda Swinton, Harvey Keitel, Willem Dafoe, Adrian Brody, Edward Norton, Bill, obviously, the legend, Bill Murray. I remember being sent the cast list as well, and I thought, it must be like 3 different films or something, and they've just somehow morphed them all. It's amazing. It really is amazing. And I don't get starstruck or anything like that, and I didn't on this, but we have dinner together every night, and I remember the first night I went down for dinner with everyone, and all these people were sitting around the table, and then Wes is at the head of the table, and it's a bit surreal, you know, because
the mustache was awesome. I didn't know I was gonna have a mustache till
it's not real.
Oh, it hurts. It hurts.
But I remember when I read about the birthmark in the script, and I just found it hilarious, you know. It was like, of course she has a birthmark in the shape of Mexico on the side of her face, you know.
Atonement. Oh, one of my favorite movies of all time.
Isn't she great?
Oh my God, you were so horrified. What was the name of your character in that movie?
Bryony.
Oh yes.
Bryony Tallis.
Yes. I watched that film all the time.
God, terrible child.
Yes.
What an awful child she was.
So
She
well
made it up
played.
with Hannah, though.
She got an Oscar nomination for that,
Yeah.
and you're, I'm known as the Oscar messenger. Besides being the person who they stole Steve Hope from. So I predict in your future you will be going back there again someday, young lady. You're both kids. And you make those lovely cakes that are depicted back there.
Yeah, I make them, sure.
Right.
Yeah. No,
Let's
it's,
say she makes
definitely
them.
me that makes them. Yeah.
Oh, she's a horrible
I'm not a
cook.
horrible cook. I don't bake.
I'm a
but
horrible
I
You don't.
cook.
I can
I'm a
cook,
horrible
though.
cook too.
I'll make you a Sunday roast. How
Okay.
about that?
All right. Okay.
You guys get to be the power couple of the film.
Yeah.
That's pretty important.
Yeah.
And I think, at least what I took from this film, is that when you love something, you go after it at any cost and go get it. So how far would you two go for something you love in your real life?
I would jump in front of a bullet
You would?
for my brother.
Jump in front of a bullet.
Yeah, for my brother.
That's like so many different things.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
Trains and bullets and...
That's
Trains?
a pretty
I
quick
don't know.
reaction to jump in front of a bullet
Oh
as
yeah,
well.
like
I think.
I've had this thought before. I've had this thought
Wait a
like,
minute.
like I've been daydreaming, thinking like, what if we get robbed right now? Someone shoots at my brother. I'd jump in front of that bullet.
Nice. That's very sweet. What about you?
To quote The Hangover, I'd take a bullet for you. In the leg or something. So I'd take a bullet in the leg for someone.
Gotcha. Tony's like anywhere. The face,
He's like,
the
I'll
neck.
do it anywhere,
That's
not
cool.
me.
I don't
Not
know.
me.
Now that I'm thinking about it, somewhere, not the face for sure. Anywhere, upper neck and down.
If you play a character called Rat, can you tell us anything about her?
She has a pet rat called Nick, and that's probably all I can say. But yeah, she's a bit of a loner, like the main boy in it, Bones. Yes, well, I did it in the very first film that I ever did, but nobody really saw that, so I guess this is the first proper time, yeah. And I love to sing, but I never sing in front of anyone, unless I'm drunk or in the shower or on my own.
Also because I wore a t-shirt that said director.
Yeah.
Where I
And
just,
an arrow that points it up.
just an arrow going.
I'm with director.
Megaphone. Monocle.
Yeah, scarf.
So it was very obvious that you were
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he made it, obviously.
Made that very
forced it upon
obvious.
us.
using your power in a way.
I'm the director, I can do that.
Was there one song that kind of stuck with you that you kept playing over and over again to kind of keep in character?
I don't think to stay in character, but Rhythm of the Night was a really magical moment because we were out, we were doing a night shoot, and I was starting to get really tired. It was near the end of the day, and Ryan was sitting behind me in the van, and he just like gets his iPhone out, puts it right next to me, and plays it, and I was like, yeah, that's perfect. So
You were listening to a lot of the Shangri-Las.
Shangri-Las, yeah.
Saoirse kind of modeled her voice after Mary Wise from the Shangri-Las, so we were listening to a lot of them.
Yeah, actually, it was Mary that you had sent me a few of their songs when we were just talking about the script, and then I was really fascinated with the way that she spoke. And for somebody as well that was only like 16
Can you do it? Can
when...
you do a little bit of it?
No, I'm not going to do it.
One
Watch
from
the
past,
movie.
present, future.
No, watch the movie.
What did she say?
I couldn't remember.
Do you remember?
No. Fuck. Do you remember?
No. God, no.
Pass.
Try to film, you know. A lot of people from the neighborhoods came and became part of the movie, and I have great scenes in the film. And it was their job, which was really hard, to incorporate these sort of strangers into the narrative and pull them into the scene and sort of make it not Detroit but Lost River. And I was so impressed that they were able to do that. It's like acting without a net, you know.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Or like a net with a big hole in the middle of it.
Wow, they don't need to know
Let's
that.
not.
No holes.
Let's
Net.
not talk about it.
The way I speak through Kristen Wiig,
Yeah,
you do
I
that
do.
with Ricky Gervais.
I do. Monkey.
It's very much Ryan's baby. He produces, he directs, he writes. How did you handle the ego on set with him?
That ego. What ego? Ryan's the best. He's very normal and lovely, and I had met him for the first time when I was like 14. We were supposed to do something else together, and I've always loved him and always wanted to work with him properly, so didn't expect it to be, you know, him directing his first movie, but I'm really kind of honoured to be a part of it. So great song.
Absolutely.
Great song choice.
Great song choice indeed. You choose on the way in.
It was all part of the plan.
Saoirse, thanks for talking to us.
How are you? Nice to meet you.
2 films at Sundance.
I know, tell me about it.
Is that crazy for you? What are you most looking forward to?
That people like them, maybe. I hope so.
And I heard you're a big Harry Potter fan. Working with Jason Isaacs, was that exciting for you?
Yeah, absolutely. And I worked with Rafe as well, and you know, the year before. And for some reason, it didn't dawn on me. We'd have dinner together every night, and Tony turned to me at one stage and he was like, "You know, that's Voldemort." And I was like, "I didn't even think about that." No, I knew, but I completely forgot. So I've basically worked with half the Harry Potter cast now. I'm pretty impressed.
First morning at Sundance, are you guys feeling as overwhelmed as I am?
It's loco here.
Yeah.
It's cray-cray.
It's cray-cray.
It's cray-cray. But it's great.
But I want to know who...
The thing about the character of Leia is that you really need a very strong inner life, and the character is really a dynamic observer, which is very difficult, and Saoirse has such a power on screen that you really feel the person inside and the gears moving, and see her taking everything in, and she also emotes so much doing very little, which is really difficult to do, and I actually don't know anyone else that has that kind of inner strength and power.
Thanks, Nicole. I'll pay you later.
What is it like for you having 2 films at Sundance this year? Is it sort of like, you know, talk a little bit about
Not beer.
That. Right. She says it's not beer. I want to be very
not
clear.
Not
beer. It is wine. Go on.
Very yellow wine.
Right. You've been very lucky in the last few years. You've gotten to do such great, diverse roles. I would imagine that when you're standing in line somewhere, someone recognizes you. What's like the 1 or 2 things that you always get asked about, or is it everything?
How do you pronounce your name again? Because I can't. I don't. It confuses me. I don't understand. So I have to pronounce it for people a lot. And then usually I'll pronounce it and they still don't get it. Like I met this girl yesterday. She comes up to me and she says, "Oh, can I get a photograph with you?" And I'm like, yeah, sure. So we're taking the photograph, and as we're taking the photo, she goes, "What's your name again?" So I told her it's Saoirse. She was like, "Saoirse?" No, Saoirse. It's pretty simple. Just don't look at the spelling of it, and then you're fine. So I get that a lot. It just, the thing about Grand Budapest, whenever people talk about it, is that, you know, they've gone to see it more than once. People tend to go and see it a few times, and it's just it's a fun film. It's the only film really that I've ever been able to watch that I'm in that I really enjoy it, because I'm only in it like in and out. And I just loved it so much, so every now and again I'll just send Wes an email and say, "By the way, thanks for putting me in your film." I really appreciate it.